It's Friday, March 2nd. Welcome to Pastor Bob Daily. I realize it's a little dark behind me. I'm still remodeling, still trying to get things ready for the new podcasting, and it's really a mess today. And I thought, I'm not going to light anything but me. And I'm much better looking than the junk behind me anyway. Well, maybe. I realized this morning that I'm having problems balancing some parts of my life. And one of the things that I always want to do with you is be honest, because I realize that if I'm going through something, you probably are too. We do those kind of things together, don't we? But I realize that I don't really have a very good balance between work and rest. And part of it, well, I blame technology. Or I blame my indulgence in technology. I remember the days when I was growing up that whenever the telephone rang, it was an event. And we had to listen very closely for the telephone because it had to be our ring. We were on a party line, which meant that more than one household had the same phone line. I don't remember how many times our phone rang so that we knew it was our call, but we also heard it ring for other people too. And, that was a big event, and you rushed to the post office to see if you got a letter that day. It was a big thing if you did. Well, those were days gone by. And then I remember I was one of the first people to get an answering machine for my telephone. Huge thing. And people were fascinated by it. What a big deal. And people would call me just to hear the answering machine because it was such a novelty. And then I remember in the sanctuary office when we first started, and I guess this probably would have been 1986, we were one of the first ones to get a computer that actually answered the phone and would direct your call to different divisions within the office. And that was such a big deal. We had to have somebody come in and help us program it. Well, now all of those things are done so easily with just a little iPhone in your hand. But it was a big deal then. I counted this morning how many ways I receive and give information. And I realized this morning why I'm so far behind. I really, literally, am hundreds behind in Facebook messages and emails and et cetera, hundreds, and even text messaging. Some people say, I sent you a text message, didn't you get it? And I'm thinking, yeah, along with about 20 or 30 others today. And I'm not complaining. I love being involved with people. But here's what I came up with. It's a list of 15 things. Blogspot, MySpace. I have 3 Facebook pages, because they have a limit as to how many people you can have for friends on a Facebook page. So I post the same thing 3 times each time I post. And there's about 10,000 people between the 3 pages. YouTube, SMS messages, phone messages, emails, Twitter, Instagram, Voxer, Viber, Skype, my calendar. All places I check messages, and I'm probably forgetting some. That's 15. 15 places. And I thought this morning, I'm spending so much time answering mail, checking messages, trying to get to everything, that I'm really spending a lot less time these days doing reading that I'd like to do, and sometimes just resting. It is not uncommon to hit the ground running, as we say, in the morning, and not stop until I go to bed at night with all of these things. And even sometimes when I'm having meetings, I'm checking, messages in between. I think we've become very busy with things, and my biggest concern for me, and maybe you have the same one, is that I don't get so caught up with technology that I don't forget the things that are important. It's really important, folks, that we have that balance between relaxation and work. It's sometimes important to turn our minds off to everything else and just spend some time with God and spend some time reading, whatever it might be. And I thought I'd share this with you today because I'm trying to find the balance. And I think sometimes it's a difficult balance to find. I hope you're better at it than I am. And I love technology, and I apologize to some of you who have written email messages, and sometimes I get a second message saying, "Didn't you get my first one?" And I'm really far behind right now. I'll get caught up yet. But in the midst of all the technology, I'm trying not to feel guilty if I don't get to everybody right away, and I'm trying to find a balance. And I guess that's what I want to share with you today. Let's all find a balance together. God bless you. Have a great day.